My name is Philippe Graton. I'm a photographer and scenarist, and I'm French, living in Brussels, Belgium. I am completely self-taught. I started photography very young, around 12, writing too. I had my first articles published in magazines when I was 16, and then I started as a photojournalist. I used photography, photo reports, and writing comic strips. The two together teach me how to tell stories with images. The Wednesday Shot is posting once a week a photograph and a short story. The Wednesday Shot started, incidentally, I think it's my web designer who had to redesign my photographer website and who asked me to post a newsletter every week. And I was wondering what could I send. And I thought about giving a photograph and a story. So it was a way of marrying my two activities of photography and writing. Photography is much more a way of living and a way of looking at life. And sometimes it makes professional works that are published, or sometimes you just take photograph for yourself, but it's the same look you give to the world and to your environment. One of the most beautiful things with photography, you can go to places you're not supposed to be. So I've been photo reporting in Asia, in America, in Africa. I've been taking photographs on movie sets in Hollywood during the war in Bosnia. You're always a stranger, but you are accepted in a place where you would never have been. So photojournalism took me in many very interesting, exotic and glamorous places. That's for the glamorous side of it, but it was not the most interesting. I soon realized that your immediate environment, the place you live in, what is your daily life and field, that can be the most interesting thing. At the beginning, your daily life, you can feel it as a restraint, a constraint about what you dream to do. You would like to be traveling all the time, taking pictures everywhere in the world, but sometimes you can't because you have a life, you must make a living with some other works. You have one day a family and children, and you have to take care of that, and you can be frustrated because it restrains you from living the life and photographing the things you would like to photograph. But if you start considering this restraint, this environment as something interesting and as a subject in itself, and you start being interested in it and photographing it, your daily life becomes a very interesting subject. And it's like a personal documentary. It's not about yourself. It's about looking more closely, have a fresh look about everyday life and the reality about you. And indeed, it can be very, very interesting. And it teaches you a lot of things.
Do you remember when, in primary school, the teacher would send you to go fetch something from the superintendent? And to this end, you had the right to leave the classroom? And so you strolled around alone, there where you weren't supposed to be. You had escaped from normal life, suddenly able to observe it from a different angle, privileged. Do you remember what you felt like at that moment? That combination of freedom and excitement, all the more heightened because you knew it was fleeting? Being a photographer arouses that very same sensation in me.